Welcome back to the show. Cornerstone Housing for Women is hosting their coldest night of the year virtual event this year. The nice part is you can also take a walk in your neighborhood to help raise awareness and to help raise funds for this fantastic organization. I'm joined by Amber Bramer. She is the Resource Development Manager with Cornerstone Housing for Women. Amber, welcome to the show. Wonderful to have you here. Let's start off talking a little bit about Cornerstone. It really is such an important organization here in our city. Tell us a little bit about Cornerstone and what they offer to their clients.
For sure. Well, thank you for having us on the show. We're really happy to be here today.
Pleasure.
So Cornerstone Housing for Women is actually coming up on our 40th anniversary next year. We started off in the basement of a church with 3 cots in the basement, and now we provide over 200 supportive houses and emergency housing beds to women in Ottawa. A lot of people also don't know that Cornerstone has a housing retention program that we work with women after they've moved on from our supportive housing residence and into the private market to ensure that they stay housed and don't end up back in the cycle of homelessness. All of our services are offered with dignity and hope, and our vision really is for every woman in Ottawa to have a safe and supportive home that supports her all the way, in a community that also supports her.
How has Cornerstone managed throughout the pandemic so far?
Well, it's been quite the year. I can certainly tell you that. Something unprecedented for Cornerstone's history. Mm-hmm. We have moved our women's shelter 3 times during the pandemic, which really weighed heavy on our resources and the staff and residents. We saw a huge increase in isolation and mental health and illness in our programs across the housing and emergency shelter. We also saw a huge rise in women experiencing homelessness in Ottawa.
Right.
So just pre-pandemic, we were supporting 61 women, and we started our move around the city to supporting 125 women. And now we're back at our original shelter location in the downtown core with 53 women. And the city is supporting another 50 to 60 women at a different location. So it's been quite the year, but our staff continues to be resilient and take on every single obstacle that's thrown their way. And same with the women in the programs. They're the most resilient, positive people, always finding that silver lining in whatever situation is thrown their way.
Well, and that housing and those programs that you just spoke about, of course, they take money. And that's why you put on events like Coldest Night of the Year each and every year. So tell us about the event and the purpose of it.
Yeah, for sure. So Coldest Night of the Year is actually a national campaign across Canada. About 125 organizations that support people experiencing homelessness get involved in the day. This year, of course, this is our 3rd year doing Coldest Night of the Year. It's one of our main fundraisers to raise money for our emergency shelter and housing. And we decided to go virtual, just given the landscape of things. So people can walk wherever they want in whatever neighborhood, or they can go on one of our suggested routes in Westboro Village. And we'll be doing some toque pickups. So behind me, I have our toque. And you can get yourself one of these and get some friends and family members together to do the 2-kilometer, 5-kilometer walk. We're hosting toque pickups on February 22nd and 24th. And then the main event is on February 26th. And this year we're going to have some hot chocolate, and our kitchen staff have made some nice little yummy treats. So folks can work up their appetite on the walk and come back for some hot chocolate and a nice little snack.
And Amber, so how do they go about raising funds?
So if folks go on to cnoy.org/Ottawa Westboro, they can start their own team, or they can join Cornerstone Housing for Women's team, or any of the other teams that are on there. And if you raise $150, you do get one of these toques. It's a great family-friendly event. And it's not just about the money. Of course, the money is so important to our shelter needs and housing needs. However, it's about raising awareness for people experiencing homelessness.
For sure. Mm-hmm. I think that's probably the more important thing in all of this. Amber, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching at home. We'll see you next time.